Hey docs, Ian Marston here from Marston Marketing, and I'm super excited for you because in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can acquire high case value patients on demand and keep them without wasting time or money in ineffective marketing. And I mean it. You're literally going to be getting new patients in your office with no work on your end whatsoever. And I'm literally going to show you how you can just show up to your office with new high quality patient opportunities ready to close. Now, I want to go over what we'll be covering today. In this small little presentation, I'll be covering the 3 secrets to acquiring new patients on demand and how to keep them, which is the most important part. More in depth of what we'll be covering in the 3 secrets is why you feel like you might have a marketing company already working with you and they're generating you these low quality leads, because majority of the time they are. And I want to show you how you can have new patients in your schedule like clockwork, and how you can actually have them show up with no extra work from your staff whatsoever, and how to prove this concept in your market with guaranteed results. And yes, I provide, and my marketing company provides guaranteed results, and I'm going to show you how. A little background on myself. My name is Ian Marston. I'm born and raised in the Richmond, Virginia area. I've generated over 10,000 leads and over $3 million in sales online for myself, both of my companies, and my clients' companies. I've also spent tens of thousands of dollars on my own marketing education. I never went off to college. This is actually finding mentors and coaches, really investing in myself, in my company. Also, I've been able and featured on stage multiple times to speak about my success and about marketing and digital marketing. And I currently work with business owners, medical professionals, real estate agents, even some small brick and mortar businesses and entrepreneurs all over the country. And I help them scale their online business, their e-com business, and mainly the medical practices of stem cell and chiropractors. And, you guys might not care about that, but why us? Well, the reason why a lot of companies work with us is because we're very sales conversion driven. And what I mean by that is our main objective is not to make your page look pretty or try to sell you a website or have you waste money on radio ads. We're all driven by sales conversions, and we want to figure out and show you exactly how powerful it is to get sales conversions through digital marketing. And like I said, a lot of these other marketing companies will generate you these low quality leads, and also will try to sell you maybe even a website update, or try to sell you radio or newspaper ads, maybe even some Google ads or flyers. And at the end of the day, majority of that stuff is just outdated nowadays. There's cheaper ways and more effective ways to market in today's business world. And they also they want to sell you these low quality leads who just kind of want a free product. I almost like to call them tire kickers. They're the ones that, always want that free thing, but they're never willing to spend money. And a lot of these companies, marketing companies and gurus out there will just overpromise and underdeliver, where my company is all built up of over-delivering and undervaluing, because I feel like the more relationship you can build with a company, the bigger we can grow from it. So I want to kind of dive in with how people focus on more of the tire kicking type stuff, the lower ticket. As you see here in this value ladder, a lot of marketers marketing companies will just focus on the lower offers. So, the free plus shipping, the free back alignment, the free teeth white cleaning, maybe getting a small little product for 27, 30, $10. They're always worried. They want almost just a handout. They want the free stuff. And a lot of marketing companies will tell you that's where we need to start, and then we work our way up at the value ladder. But reality of it is, when I've found with working with a lot of clients and dealing with the lower ticket, is you kind of run into the tire kickers. You run into the people that are just always wanting the free stuff, and you never be able to sell them something more than, $100, $500, $1,000, where you can actually service a patient in a more higher value. And that's the real reason that I feel like going more lower ticket is not the way to go. And real quick, these are some results that we've currently had in our marketing company. The one above, which you see would be a chiropractor, generating them. And now this was for an actual 12-week program. This is about a $750 investment, and we were getting messages and leads at the $12 range, and they actually closed on 14 out of the 23 leads. So you can imagine the return on investment there. And then as you see below, there's actually a dentist to a teeth whitening, and we were getting teeth whitening kits sold. These were $150 kits for $1.50 per checkout. As you see, this completely blew it out the water. Now, I do want to let you know that these results and the results for your company may vary. They may be better than this. They may be a little bit lower, but I do guarantee you results, which a lot of marketing companies won't do and can't do because they won't back up their work. But just want to show you a couple little results here, but let's actually dive into the training. The first secret we're going to be going over is why to focus on higher tickets. So as you saw earlier in the presentation, a lot of people and marketers will focus on the lower ticket. And what tends to happen is you have the tire kickers. Well, if you look in this value ladder, we have found that at Marston Marketing that a lot of the higher ticket is where the money is at. Finding people that actually have the money to spend and they're looking for the product. And the return on investments are a lot higher. When we're dealing with dentists and doctors and stem cell clients, these are more higher ticket where you're looking at going upwards of $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 per customer. Your customer acquisition, you're looking at an average customer value to you is around $10,000, and it's a lot better to try to sell somebody and service them at a lot higher value than trying to get the people that are looking for the free stuff or the little giveaways. So when you look here, high ticket versus low ticket, why is high ticket so important? Well, at the end of the day, like we touched about it before, if you have a product that's like a $5,000 value or even $10,000 value, say here we've got a product here that's $5,000 and we're going to sell it, and the cost to acquire basically a customer is about $100. So if you look at acquiring a customer for a $5,000 product or service, we're looking at a 50 times return on investment. Now, I know sometimes you might not get $100 to acquire a customer. It might be, honestly, you paying $1,000, even $2,500. But let me put it to you like this. If you understand that's still a return on investment, it's still a positive ROI. And I know myself, and even my clients and other marketers, they would do that all day long because of the return on investment. Now, as you look over to the right, you've got a lot of the value as, $2,700 or $27, and you're getting the cost to acquire a customer at about $27. So your return on investment there is zero. Now, what if you even, can acquire a customer at $10? You're still, you've got some return on investment there, but it's very, very low. And the chance of that customer growing in that value ladder is not there. Now, let me ask you that. Would you rather focus on somebody that's a lower ticket, that when you go to service them and try to scale them up or upsell them into another service, take them up your value ladder? Would they want to do that? Possibly not. More than likely no, because they came in at a lower value. Whereas if you went in as the gate and serviced somebody as a higher potential, went in for your higher products, stem cell, you're looking at doing a lot of dentists and doing porcelain veneers. These are stuff that $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, and the cost to acquire something is very, very low. Even if you're paying $1,000, your return on investment is a lot higher, and the value of that client is a lot higher than low ticket. So in my opinion, higher ticket is way more important and valuable to your business than lower ticket. Now that kind of goes into secret two. The one who can spend the most to acquire a new customer always wins. And I mean, always. They always win. And the reason being is because they're able to find exactly where their customers are. And when they find their customers, they're willing to spend as much as it takes to acquire that customer. Reason being is because they know the value that they can provide and the long-term value of that customer. So I want to ask you a question. Who is your favorite and most profitable mid to high ticket patient? What type of age, where are they living, what type of interest, maybe what job, what their income is, what they do, what their hobbies are. You can find so much information, but let me ask you, who is your favorite? And why do you choose this specific patient as your favorite to work with? So personally have gotten your favorite patient down. You understand as a business owner, as a doctor, who you can service to the highest. So the reason why you choose this specific patient is because they're more dedicated to work with you. They're easier to work with. Again, you're not working with a lower ticket client that's so hard to get up that value ladder and get to spend money with your business. They also send you referrals. They're very happy. You built that relationship. You've serviced them to the highest potential. They're going to tell their friends and their family members. They're going to give you referrals. And on top of that, they believe in your business. That's why they're there in the first place. So that's the long-term relationship we're talking about. But now once you've understood who your favorite potential patient is, now we've got to figure out, where are these patients? Where can we find these patients to acquire? How can we even acquire these? A lot of businesses are doing the flyers and doing some newspaper ads or doing a radio ad, maybe even TV ads. And, I ask people, well, where's the data? How can you really find if it's working? Well, you can't. That's where the marketing opportunity in social media, especially in Facebook, has gotten tremendously just crazy. If you look on this little chart here, the monthly users on social media, on Facebook alone, is over 2 billion people. And if you have your target market, they're on Facebook every single day. These people are on YouTube every single day. They're on their Messenger every single day. You've got 1.2 billion monthly users on Messenger. There's tons of your potential target market and favorite patient sitting on Facebook every day, scrolling, talking to their friends, being active, and there's ads out there that are being shown right in front of them. And on top of that, Facebook offers the lowest cost to get a new customer than any form of paid advertisement. And I mean that. It doesn't matter what niche you're in, what business you're in. If you're a higher ticket, patient service-based business, like doing stem cell, doing veneers, doing in high-end physical therapy, hormone therapy. These are where your clients are actually on Facebook, and you will be able to obtain and acquire those patients at the lowest cost. And I mean lowest cost. And when it comes down to having a real profitable Facebook ad and marketing on Facebook, you've got to figure out where to target to the right people. You got to figure out that right audience. Your perfect favorite customer or potential patient. You also have to find that right offer. You have to have the offer that fits them perfect. You have to have the Facebook ad that is congruent to that offer. And then you also have to have, which this is a lot of marketers that they mess up, and these gurus, quote unquote, is they don't have the congruency in the landing page. And these are all very important key characteristics when it comes to running a profitable Facebook advertisement campaign. Now, let me ask you this. There's a lot of problems in the advertising space. There's a lot of problems. When it comes down to it, there's over 8 million Facebook marketing agencies, quote unquote, people that really just live in their mom's basement, maybe still live at home, maybe have to go through, Starbucks to have their office in, and they're sending you terrible leads. They're still acquiring you leads, but they're the most terrible leads. And these marketing companies or agencies are blaming you. They're blaming you for saying it's your fault that the ads and the campaigns aren't working, and the audiences are incorrect and your offer is bogus. At the end of the day, it's not true. It's far from the truth. It's the marketing agency that just does not know what they're doing and how powerful it is when you really understand the powers of Facebook marketing. Are you tired of these empty schedules and not enough people showing up to your practice, paying a couple $1,000, $100, $10,000 on marketing a month, and it's just not giving you a positive return on investment, or you're breaking even? Your overworked front desk, they're not hired to be master salespeople and, chase these people and these hardcore closers. They want people that they literally can just very oh so slightly just bridge into the system. Maybe do one follow-up call. These people don't need to go on the phone and try to close people, so hardcore. It's not a call center like that, and that's not what we here at Marston Marketing offer, and it's a lot of marketing agencies do. And they're also, maybe you're doing Facebook advertising and the Facebook leads aren't good at all, and you're kind of getting the idea that Facebook ads, excuse my language, kind of stink. And at the end of the day, it's not true. That's so powerful. It is still the cheapest way to get your potential patient in the door and your most favorite patient. So the solution to that is just have a guaranteed system, a proven system that's guaranteed to bring you results. Again, at the beginning, you saw we guarantee results here. And that goes into 3 different steps. The first step is finding the qualified target new patient leads, utilizing the power of Facebook ads for the specific condition of the treatment you're providing. Again, if you're doing stem cell, if you're doing a smaller ticket, a medium ticket, you're a cosmetic dentistry, you do porcelain veneers, you got to have the advertising specific to that condition. But you also have to grab the patient's information. You need to get a lead from that patient. But you also need to have the lead directly delivered to you in your front desk, allowing them to already call, set the appointment, and you guys don't have to hard sell. They're already coming in the door, and that's what we do here at Marston Marketing. We, have us deliver the new patient leads, contact info directly to your front desk, directly into your scheduler. So you don't have to hard sell. You don't even have to, get these appointments booked. They're straight to you. And here's how we get good leads here on Facebook. I want to show you. It's broken down into 3 basic parts. As you see over in the top left, we've got the marketing objective. Now, there's so many different objectives. You can do lead generation. We can advertise through Messenger and do automated messaging, which I'm going to touch on in a little bit. We can do traffic. We can do engagement to engage in your posts and all that. And that's what a lot of marketing companies do. They just want to get likes and comments and shares on your group, which is awesome. But we run for conversions here. We're sales conversion driven. So we want to make sure that we are finding the audiences that are convert with your deals, give you the best profit and the best return on investment. Now, if you look to the right, the big block, it says create an audience at the top. This is actually where we find your audiences. We find where your perfect audience is sitting inside your local area. If you're a global business, maybe you're even all throughout the United States, you will be able to find exactly where your favorite customers and patients are sitting and be able to advertise directly in front of them at the cheapest cost to acquire possible. And we can break it down. I could be here for hours showing you guys how crazy we can break it down. But just know that it's so powerful. We can get it in front of directly your perfect favorite patient. And at the bottom left, you'll see it's not all the way at the bottom left, kind of towards the middle a little bit. You'll see this is where we can place ads. So we can show people there's multiple different places where people scroll through Facebook, and even the different types of apps and third-party services and softwares that people go on after they leave Facebook. We can even show in front of those, even pop into people's messages and even go into Instagram. So you can imagine we know how to get the high quality leads. There's so many different options that you can go through in different scenarios, but at the end of the day, we know what we're doing to get you good leads, the highest quality, high value patients in your door booking appointments. And that kind of leads into secret number 3, which is my favorite one. This is where I get super excited to show you how to turn your marketing strategy into a conversion machine. And I mean a conversion machine. And if you guys don't understand what a conversion machine is, a conversion machine is where we're literally going to turn your practice into just generating new patients on demand. I mean, it's going to get to the point you might even have to tell us to slow it down a little. But how do we do this? How do we put these secrets into action? How do we really get all this stuff? Well, what it comes down to is a system. It's a solid system from capturing the leads, from driving traffic through Facebook marketing, collecting their information, making sure we have them all directly targeted in a specific area, and automating the whole process through the campaign sequencing, through the email follow-up, the message follow-up, sending text message reminding, the whole jazz. you have to have a system in place. And that's where we came up with on-demand patient generation system. Now, what this does is this is a example, kind of an example. Now, this isn't the full-blown thing exactly showing you everything, but this is the broken down version of what it looks like when we do your on-demand patient generation system. We drive traffic through Facebook through multiple campaigns. We even have retargeting campaigns to make sure that we are, picking up all of the potential patients that are slipping through the marketing that we're going to retarget in front of with the audiences we've built. And we're literally driving them to a lead generation page where they're going to opt in for the specific offer that we tailor around to your business. From there, it's going to be going into and entering a messaging automation, whether we do that through Facebook Messenger or we're doing that via email. They're being followed up. They're being added directly into the calendar. We actually use a software that has everything in one that literally can even do call recording. You can book directly into your appointment. We can even go into scheduling all of your content as just an icing on the cake to make your page look pretty. We have an awesome follow-up sequence and an auto follow-up, and it goes directly into your calendar, which goes directly into your office calendar and contact list, which you can get these appointments already booked to come into your office and convert. And then you utilize the viral marketing. We'll utilize the viral marketing from your client's results and your patient's results to continue getting you more patients. And then is a never-ending, ongoing, waterproof patient generating system. It's just so exciting. Let's dive in. So, when we get the targeting down on Facebook, we go through a complete guide of Facebook ad targeting. So we know exactly where your specific perfect favorite patients are sitting, whether you're doing stem cell, whether you're doing porcelain veneers, whether you're doing, surgery, liposuction, whatever it is, even if something I don't list, you do, we'll be able to find it through a complete guide through Facebook ad targeting. Now, when we do that, this is some examples of some ads we've ran for some dentist clients here. And as you see here, it's just a basic ad. You can get one that will hit send message. If it says send message, then we're using a messaging automation follow-up. Now, if it says learn more, get a quote, whatever the call to action may be, other than send message, then we're doing the old-fashioned way of driving it to a landing page like this. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of marketers and gurus, will tell you that we're just going to drive traffic to your website, or maybe you're just driving traffic to your website, and that's a big no-no, because the reason being is there's so much stuff going on your website. A lot of times, a lot of people don't have the correct tracking and software to understand where you're losing potential patients and clients. And at the end of the day, you want to drive them to something that is so congruent to what they saw, whether it be an offer, whether they looked up something. They're able to find, for this example, this is a teeth whitening. And this is where somebody would come from an ad to claim a teeth whitening kit. And it would look something just like this, something so simple. And it's clean and it's organized, and then it has not a lot of stuff going on here. So it's easy to just grab the client's information, the potential patient's information, first name, email address, and phone number, and we can send them into an automation. Like I said, for this one, we might be sending them more into an email automation. Now, for the ones that say send message, we can actually send them into a messenger automation flow, basically a bot flow. Now, this might not make some sense or look like a bunch of just gibberish right here and a bunch of just scratch, but this is actually to where we can automate your whole practice to where they can go through exactly every type of service that you want. They go through, it's all automated, and we can make the biggest relationship time is super valuable. So you're not sitting there messaging people back or replying or having to worry. It's all automated for you. You get notifications when appointments are booked, when certain people inquire about certain things. Again, it is so awesome how the on-demand patient generation system works. Now, on top of that, as we're getting all of these leads in here, we're building a patient inquiry list. So we track everything. We're able to find all of the patients who inquire, and we're able to have this follow-up plan for them that's just so waterproof that at the end of the day, we make sure that we turn anybody that comes into a lead, into a paying customer if they're the qualified lead that we provide. Now, this is an invaluable over time as we build a bigger list. We get more leads because we're able to market back and stay in front of these potential patients and customers. So every month we see more and more momentum. We get clients and patients that we didn't even think that we were going to get from the follow-up process, but we end up getting. And I guarantee you right now, you are 100% losing money due to the lack of follow-up. And now it's not your fault as the doctor. It's not your fault as the owner of the company. But at the end of the day, I guarantee you are losing money. And let us help you with a simple, proven process that worked. We've tested this all across the board with multiple different clients in the medical field. So now, when we get to getting all these leads, and awesome, you can generate cool leads. They're the highest quality leads. They're cheap leads. They're not costing us a ton. How can we convert these leads into patients? That's the biggest thing. Well, I want to introduce to you the done-for-you lead handling. So, as we saw in the last, example of this on-demand patient generation system, as you look inside the red circle, we have the auto follow-up and built into the calendar. Now, what this means is these people can actually book directly into your calendar that's integrated directly with your in-office calendar. We can actually set up a separate calendar directly for this, but all of your coworkers and your workers that are working in there, your front desk will be able to see all these appointments inside the schedule, never have to worry about chasing any appointments or where did these people come from. It's all organized. And this is even the better thing. This is the icing on the cake. I want to introduce to you Evergenius. Now, Evergenius is a software we use specifically when it comes to patients in the medical field, stem cell. You go to dentist office, you go to cosmetic dentist. This is awesome because what this is doing, this is your automatic just built-in lead follow-up machine where you can turn your potential prospects, as you see inside the prospect section right here. We can show the value of everybody that's coming in here. We can then transfer them once they're into leads, show you how much leads you have inside the pipeline, turn these leads into consults or even going into the closing thing, and show you everything in the pipeline. Now I want to show you over in the left, it even books in and integrates directly with your calendar. It even shows you the call record. So everybody that is following up, maybe somebody inside your office that is calling to book and follow up to get somebody to book an appointment, you can see if Stacy at the office isn't the best person on the phone, and actually we can adjust and help her to where she can get better on the phone. Because again, she doesn't need to be a high closer, but we need to make sure that we are covering in all aspects. So this is a little bit more of an icing on the cake when it comes to being able to hear your recorded calls, see all of the conversations. We have this Genius funnel. So this is like an automatic funnel setup where we can send text message reminders as soon as somebody comes in as a lead, when people have appointment follow-ups, send email follow-ups. It's so awesome to even if you've ever thought about doing content and doing that more on an automated basis. Maybe you're tired of your social media marketer, or maybe you want to even add that into like a bundled deal of doing all this marketing. This software even automates all of your posts so you can schedule ahead with all of your content so you never have to worry about it. This software in alone is just a complete game changer when it comes to practices all around the world and any type of practices. And it even works for normal brick and mortar businesses and service-based businesses. So seriously, you're just going to be able to get leads that are directly able to just show up, and you're able to close these new patients into care. We built up the bulletproof follow-up process. This is impeccable tracking. We know your industry. We've been able to specialize in it for years now. I personally have a coaching program that I'm able to have students that have specialized in this and have multiple results in stem cell and in dentists and doctors, physical therapy. We know what it takes to get the prospective patient to commit to showing up. And that's the biggest deal, because a lot of people will give you these leads. A lot of these marketers will give you leads, but they don't have a follow-up process. So I want to show you this. Imagine this. Imagine your life would be like when you can constantly count on new patients consistently coming in, booking appointments, coming in, and not even have to worry about chasing them or following up with them tenfold. and having to try to train your marketing team or your front office to do something they're not supposed to do. It's literally just show up and have new patients on your calendar already that are already ready to be closed into care. You never have to worry. Never have to worry about losing any more money on advertising. You don't even have to worry about flyer ads. You have to worry about newspaper ads. All that stuff can't get data. It's old school. It might work still, but at the end of the day, I tell people, where's the data? Let me show you the data. Let me show you how much it's costing me to get you a potential client in the door. How much is it costing me to get you an appointment? How much is it costing me to get you a closed patient, new patient? And what's the difference that will make for your family, for you? The time for your practice. Will it get to a point where your practice has scaled up so much that you need to open up a whole new practice? That's where I want to do a little overview on-demand patient overview. Now, we've went over Secret 1 about how to focus with high ticket. Going into showing you Secret 2, the one who spends the most to acquire a new patient or customer always wins. And then also how to turn your marketing strategy into this conversion machine. Have everything done for you so it's a proven process to where you literally do not have to lift a finger. Everything, all the hard lifting is done for you. Now I want to ask you this. You've got two different options now. You've got option 1, which you can do all this on your own. You can feel free to try to spend time testing and doing all the technical work, staying up to date with Facebook, which I tell you it changes all the time, as maybe you saw in the news when Zuckerberg was going through all the heat from Congress. It's constantly changing. All of this marketing is evolving and changing constantly. You've got to integrate all these 5 different software platforms that we use to get you the leads directly in your inbox. Make sure all of them work smoothly. Argue with staff and your in-house marketing company about the lead quality or, the follow-up process and how much you're losing. You can do all that and just have a huge headache and which I don't recommend. Or you can do option 2. Schedule a no obligation complimentary strategy session where you can learn more about myself and I can learn more about your practices and goals and see if it would be a good fit and even make sense to work together. And on top of that, again, we guarantee results here at Marston Marketing. So I want to ask you this. Do you want us to help you just have clients and new patients just show up and you see new patients? Do you want to be able to just wake up and go into your practice and not have to worry about your calendar being not booked and have all these open spots? We're so confident. That's right. We're so confident in the guaranteeing results that if we don't give you results, you just don't even pay. You don't pay at all. That's how powerful we know that we can guarantee you results for your practice. So this is what I want to ask you. Are you an action taker? Are you somebody who wants the freedom of never having to worry about a marketing campaign, never having to worry about hiring a new in-house guy, getting on his back? You want somebody to do this all for you that's done there, that's been there, gone through it? Do you want to just show up and have these new patients in your office ready to be served, ready to be served at the highest level? Well, I want to ask you this. Click on the button now. There's an application, maybe to your right, maybe below. I want you to fill out that application. If you're ready for guaranteed results and an endless supply of patients, I want you to fill out that application. But this is only for you if you're a serious business owner looking to grow your practice. If you're currently running advertisements, this isn't for somebody who's not looking to spend some money on advertising, who isn't already spending money on advertising, maybe TV ads, newspaper, direct mail, etc. They're looking to get a better return on investment. They're looking to spend that money elsewhere for a better return on investment. You have a ton of additional room to get 6 to 20 new patients per month. This isn't somebody who's not ready to scale. This isn't for somebody who's not ready to have all these clients and new patients coming in. And you're looking to have this whole process automated and consistently sustainable growth to your practice without having to worry about the marketing, without having the headache to ever have to deal with anything we've went over before. Honestly, at the point, the only real risk now is the exclusivity. I wanted to say we don't really work with everybody. We don't work with a lot of practices that are just trying to spend the littlest of the dollar and trying to penny pinch when it comes to growing a business. We all know as business owners and that what we pay for is what we get, and the opportunity costs. And honestly, continuing to fight with a marketing company and staff about getting leads in isn't something that you want to go into work every single day or go into your practice every single day with. And on top of it, we guarantee results. So is there a real risk when it comes to working with us? I want to go over real quick everything that you're going to be getting. Everything you're going to be getting if we decide that you're a good fit and we decide working with your practice to getting you new patients directly in on appointments. We're going to be giving you the tested and proven Facebook ad design and copy. We're going to be giving the landing page designs, building, hosting, all of that. Everything's going to be set up, ready to go. The messenger chatbot design, tweaking, copy, build, everything. Onboarding and outgoing quality control training. This is a built-in custom CRM, tracking. On top of that, automated call tracking and recording, lead handled for you. This is not even have to worry about the leads, what to do with them, where to place them, everything handled for you through Evergenius, through Marston Marketing, guaranteed results on top of that. And you get the Marston Marketing team, myself, and all of our expertise. That's a priceless value and all of this. I mean, I could charge up to $15,000 for something like this on a monthly basis, but we're not. That's not what we're driven for. I want to make sure that you get everything you need to make sure we can generate you on-demand patients continuously. So what needs to happen next is you need to do a strategy session with me, a one-on-one strategy session with myself or somebody from my team who's going to be entirely focused on your practice and its goals. We're going to figure out how to achieve massive results which lead to the least amount of time and money that you have to spend. So what I want to ask you now is take action now. Fill out your application below or beside so we can get an understanding if your patient and your practice is going to be a good fit for us and we can start flooding your practice with new patients. This is for you if you're a stem cell client, if you're an interventional pain practice, a dentist, a doctor, you're a cosmetic dentist, you're a chiropractor, physical therapy clinics, hormone clinics, weight loss, and many more. If I didn't name your business or say kind of the industry you're in, don't worry. Don't feel free to fill out an application and see if we can help you generating patients, because I guarantee you this system works all across the board, even for some businesses that aren't even in the medical field. And when we decide to start working together, this is what it looks like. It's not me joining your company or joining the business. It's a marketing partnership. So together we figure out and determine the best offer for your ideal client. We figure out your ideal client. And then our team does the whole build out. We do all the heavy lifting, building everything out, getting everything integrated, everything working properly, all the tracking, the email follow-up, the ad copy, the automation, everything. And your team just services all of the new customers, does a couple of follow-up calls with them, and you guys just get to celebrate by serving all these new patients. That's it. There's all the heavy lifting's done by our marketing team, and together we just figure out two things: the offer and your client that you want to service the best. So here, this kind of wraps up the training now, the summary of the 3 secrets to getting patients on demand and keeping them, and a money and time efficient process to generating new lifelong patients on demand for your practice while keeping a positive upfront ROI. So again, what I want to say now is the next steps into this would be filling out the quick application that's either below or beside this training video, then scheduling your free strategy session with me or with one of my team directly, who's going to be focused on serving your practice and your practice only, as well as start to set up phase 1, which is meeting the Jumpstart data, getting all that stuff in the credential information together and get things rolling. So I want to thank you, docs, for watching this training. Hopefully you're able to take away from this and show how powerful things have changed now and how powerful Facebook advertising is. I look forward to servicing your practice and getting you new high quality on-demand patients ready to go in your practice today. I'll talk to you soon, docs. Have a wonderful day.